Well, so we have to do the newspapers. How are you? Very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Great.
You know the president lost his voice?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He lost
It's
his
time,
voice. When
been campaigning throughout the period. It's not easy because you call all night back the next day we lose our voice.
It's true.
It's
true. But it was his birthday yesterday. We missed wishing him happy birthday on the
okay.
show.
I think we did yesterday.
Okay, then you did.
We did during the newspapers.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And then,
but somebody else...
and then people sent messages too and we read
Okay.
it.
It was somebody else's birthday last weekend. And me and you, we forgot. He hasn't forgiven us. Michael Amenin in the UK.
Yay,
it was his birthday last Sunday.
Michael Amenin, a very good morning to
birthday.
you. Wherever you are in the UK, please have a great morning. And it's your birthday too, our own Patricia Gasu. And
Charlie, you know it's a special day.
Yeah, you know
Patricia,
she's 22 today.
You know today's dates? Today's 30th is the last day in the month of November, and it's your birthday, Patricia.
And that's special.
Yeah, that's special because you said something. You said she's how old?
22.
Okay.
She looks 22.
Let's do the newspapers.
All right, so we have to do we'll start with the New Crusading Guide, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Front page of the paper, Bugri Nabo refuses to play Judas, exposes President Mahama, brothers ploy to smear Akufo-Addo with tribal debts. There was a big news conference yesterday. Mustafa Hamid speaking at that news conference at the NPP's headquarters. Lots of things came out of that. It's making huge headlines when you check out Facebook, for instance. That story is featured here. Bribery scandal of the era. I have been denied justice. Homeless widow cries, calls on Chief Justice for redress. Also, Okudzeto Ablakwa stands accused of an alleged plot to use state security macho men to rig December 7 polls. We're getting really close to the elections now. Lots of things coming out. Let's read a bit of this issue about Okudzeto Ablakwa. It says that an independent parliamentary candidate for the Noctong constituency in the Volta region, Christopher Kofi Elablu, has raised an eyebrow over the possible plots by the Member of Parliament, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, and his cohorts in the National Democratic Congress to use the state security agencies and macho men to rig the Noctong parliamentary election, the Deputy Minister of Education, in his favor. So you can continue to read on and on and on. They've given some figures, some amounts here, who was paid and who wasn't, all those details. But this story about a homeless widow crying and calling on the Chief Justice for redress. Story by Samuel and Samboateng says the circumstance that led to a Kumasi High Court's decision to give green light to auctioneers to facilitate the sale of a widow's property to cover debts of her divorced husband has started raising dust as she is petitioning the office of the Chief Justice for redress. According to Angelina Gertrude Sapon, she is still in shock over why the High Court, then presided over by His Lordship Justice Emmanuel Ankama, would deny her justice despite several applications and proofs to the court by his lawyers to claim ownership of the property. It's a long story. It would give you a better understanding, but on the surface, really doesn't make sense, does it? That Roland, what used to be my husband, were divorced, and he owes, and they will come back even as we're divorced. They would sell my property, you know, to, I don't get it, to settle your debts as my ex-husband. I don't know, but you can read the details, and I'm sure something will be done. I don't know the circumstances under which that High Court judge decided that, you know, auction her property and use it to settle her ex-husbands. Charlie, that can be very annoying, man.
Once the relationship has gone sour, you want to have nothing to do with the person, I guess. We also have Daily Guide. MPP accuses Mahama over cash V8 car. We also have radio presenter killed over girl. MPP boys arrested at Flagstaff House. Produce JB killers with bone test reports. And then we have other stories in the inside pages. On the center, in the center spread, the News One leaflet, we have Abiam holds peace walk this Friday. Breaking the record. Has EL done enough to win Artist of the Year again? I have to ask Mama V over this.
Charlie, as for this year, I don't know who's been like really active. I don't know.
Has anybody produced, I mean the top artists, have they produced an album? Or song that would...
I know that Stonebwoy has an album.
He has an album?
I know Stonebwoy has an album, yes he does.
I mean, this year has been very... We have techno and P-Square and filling our airwaves, and we don't have our own local people. Yeah.
This year has been some way. Like I still remember last year's GMAs, and I don't know if anybody has been out there in your face, kind of. I don't know.
No,
I don't know. Let's wait and see the kind of sounds that will be nominated, you know. This is the Ghanaian Times newspaper front page. Kaswa Interchange inaugurated. No old die be die. President says that election will be peaceful. Year start youth in greening Ghana module. 2,000 security personnel to be sent from Accra for poll duties. These are the headlines, front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Back page, Queens failed to snatch final tickets. And the full story of the greening GH model. That story on the back page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper.
So we have front page of the Daily Graphic. Vote for Ghana to preserve peace. 3 leaders urge voters. We have Togbi Akpo, the president of the National House of Chiefs, the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Nuhu Sharobutu, and then we have the Most Reverend Philip Name also there. We have 4 political party reps call for unity at Daily Graphic Town Hall meeting. Graphic launches Ghana Vote 2016. MPP accuses president of allegedly bribing Bugri Nabu, who is the chairman of the MPP for the Northern region, and the president inaugurates 3 projects in Cape Coast, Elmina, as well as the last one. Yes, that's the Kotokraba market. Very beautiful market, if you ask me. And then we have other projects. I think the Kaswa Interchange was the last one he cut short for.
The Finder, NHIS fund misapplied, intercepted documents alleges. NPP accuses President Mahama of bribery. Witches denied voting rights. Ghana records some 1,766 deaths from road accidents. Stop the mining in forest reserves. Welcome to government. All right, we've got to take 2 of the stories making the front page headlines. The first one on page 2, which has to do with the NHIS, and it says that one of the critical service providers has blamed the funding crisis facing the National Health Insurance Scheme on mismanagement of funds meant for running the scheme. According to the provider, if the scheme is run based on international best practices, which the National Health Insurance Authority subscribes to, the scheme would not face financial problems of such alarming proportions. Well, my interest really is the point where they say they've intercepted documents, but I guess you have to read on to get to that point. Okay, there was another story, which is denied voting right. That's on page 10. Just a little bit of that in the Finder newspaper. And the story is here. It says that with only 7 days to the 2016 general elections, a mixed feeling of joy and bitterness has engulfed the 2 major witches' camps in northern Ghana, the home of hundreds of alleged witches. They've got pictures of some of them here. And one person, the way she lives in that camp. For those filled with sheer ecstasy, it is because they are anxiously looking forward to exercising the only rights they still have, the right to exercise their franchise in the upcoming election. And as D-Day draws closer, they simply can't wait. But the story will tell you how they are being prevented, if they are being prevented at all, from voting on December 7. Okay, but you know, you can see, let me show you some of the pictures. You've got, because this is one of the houses where they put the supposed witches in, and it's got a flyer of President Mahama, and there's another one of, I'm sure, a member of parliament and the MPP's candidates. Is that it? I don't see the face, but I see the colors. Okay. Oh, there's also Dr. Baumia and Nana Akufo-Addo on one, and then there's Papa Kwesi Nkrumah on one of the buildings. So the campaign is even in the camp where it's labeled witches camp. we shouldn't have any camp like that.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Against the abuse of human rights.
Yeah.
The Daily Dispatch newspaper, latest opinion poll from Eastern, Greater Accra, Bono, and Northern region. Who wins Akwetia, Suhum, and Ayawaso Central? And you go to the back page. It says in Ablekuma Central in the Greater Accra region, 45-year-old consultant Henry Quartes looks set to retain where we are. I think this is his constituency as well. From 2012, he'll be facing topmost candidate, Mr. Efum. He's called Obama. Just around here. He's supposed to lose to him again. In Akwetia, Baba Jamal, we all know him. And a minister in law is also likely to lose his seat. He won in 2012 to Mercy Edujemfi of the MPP. And Fanti Akwa North, Kwabne Siama, will lose the seat to the NDC's Abbas Hussaini, a 50-year-old consultant.
No, but he's not going back. He's not going back,
Who?
right?
Is he
yeah.
He is.
He is?
He comes here very often.
Yeah.
Kwabna Mankwe Siama.
Oh, okay, cool.
He comes. He's very microfinance.
There's another.
You know,
there's another person who lost the primaries, so he's not going back to Parliament.
we have many of them. I think we have a couple of them who come here who lost the primaries.
Yeah.
And we have Fred Opari, and some member of Parliament for Suhum. He's expected to again retain his seat against Margaret Ansai, who is the current, we're told, MC for the area. And in Sena West Bonafu region, Kwame Ampofo is expected to retain the seat for the NDC, and the NDC is expected to capture the Karaga seats for the time running. It's going to be led by Al-Hassan Dandawa, who is a member of, who is a parliamentary candidate of the NDC for the area.
Okay, let's do the Herald newspaper. And I think wasn't in the Times, one of the papers where the witches story, was I think in the Finder newspaper. So the First Lady wants witches camp closed down and inmate reintegrated. A very good call. I hope that we're able to act on it. But the banner headline, Mahama's sister threatens legal action against NPP and Hamid as car bribery allegation collapses. Outspoken Bugri Nabu runs away. President exonerated. So different angles to this news conference and what came out over yesterday. Some people say Bugri Nabu should speak, like where is he? But some kind of, I don't know.
All right, so we have the last paper. The Daily Statement says plot to dangerous Mahama court, plot to bribe MPP chair to destroy Nana backfires. Cars, cash, contract users bait. Stop calling for peace and ask EC to do the right thing. We have other stories. The Volta youth want Togolese to stay away from December 7 polls. Lawyer Tom Mausi chairs Oneness lecture, and MPP to Mahama and brother. You can't buy our loyalty. Those are the stories on the front page of the Daily Statesman newspaper.
And it was your birthday yesterday. Somebody sent a message. Super awesome, happy birthday to my brother from another mom, Cassie, the sensational hip life artist and the winner of Mentor 4. Okay, Jonas Tinkran sent this, so I guess it's a belated, but we've got another sensational group joining us on the show today. They're from Kumasi. Remember last week, we had Fancy Gadam in studio from Tamale. Today, we've got another group from Kumasi. They are like a big deal. One of them plays the guitar role and you'll love him. They're called Ink. It's Ike and K. And if you know them, send us a message. Tell us, how you know them in the Ashanti region. Hit us on WhatsApp, 0560 800,000.
So we have a lot more stories on Newsport on Majan Online, Mawavi.
Bank of Ghana to auction $1.8 billion on cocoa loan to help stabilize cedi. We know that the cedi, for some reason, is not, keeping stable, or it's just running away from the dollar, like going down.
We've come to that part of the year that we always have some of these difficulties.
Black Queens powerless to resist indomitable lions or lioness. Okay. That's some sports. Ashanti youth condemns gross disrespect to Menshia and Mahama. That story is also there. Mahama bribed NPP Northern Region chair with cash to denigrate Akufo-Addo, NPP alleges. Dozens of known NPP assembly members of KMA defect to NDC. Day of commissioning Mahama to finish last 2 laps for done, and we know that he finished I think the last project he commissioned yesterday was the Kaswa interchange. People don't patronize my restaurant because of politics. Akufo-Addo, you know, she has a restaurant. They serve really good food at Kanda. You would know the base.
Yeah,
is it Fali
Sports.
Sports. And I'm surprised that she says, I mean, what has she got to do with politics that people would not want to come to her place?
I don't know. I don't think she's into politics at all. Not
yeah.
At all.
So but the restaurant serves really good food. I don't know why anybody would want to boycott her restaurant, but you can read the story.
Once in a while, not often.
I am the peace-loving leader Ghana needs, Mahama saying there. It was a very busy day for the president yesterday, so lots of stories on him. Let's do City FM, Roland. Oh, we're still on My Joy online? Okay. So
City FM, Ban Ki-moon calls Mahama Akufo-Addo over Ghana's stability. Ban Ki-moon. We have Mustafa Hamid cries over Mahama's alleged bribery. He was crying in the video. Was he crying at the press conference?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Bribery claim against Mahama, cock and bull story. That's attributed to
Kofi Adams.
Kofi Adams of the NDC. Okay, we have EC's rigging plot to start with special voting. Samuel Uku.
It's the silly season, yeah?
And it says Nungua residents vow to vote on Mahama over poor roads.
Should I take pictures of my road as well?
Yeah, I don't know why. There's a road that I always fly from my end to Sakumono. Never been done. Ugandan king charged with murder. It says a regional king in Uganda is charged with murder after clashes which killed more than 80 people. Africa. And we have the highlights. Gambia no longer in Stone Age. Tanzania's ex-prime minister loses idol farm. Rwanda to probe France's genocide role. And we have others. We have Burkina miner sees gold worth $1.7 million. Wow. All right. So those are the stories we have. We go to the website of the Electoral Commission. We keep you updated. Registered in Ghana at 25 political parties. Not all of them are participating in elections, though.
We've got 7.
No, we've got 7 on the
one
ballot.
independent.
We've got 7 on the ballot paper, but we have a lot more who are participating variously. Yeah,
they're just occupying space.
Well, like my time.
Yeah.
So we have 28,992 polling stations. And we have an update of how the number of voters we have very soon. It's updating. That's how you get to see when, or updates when you open the website of the Electoral Commission. We have about 15,703,890 voters in Ghana.
Registered voters.
And then we have 6 days to the election.
But we will see exactly 1 week. So 7 days. But it's a big day tomorrow, though, because it's the special voting.
Yes, tomorrow is special voting. And a week by now, we would have started giving you, I mean, long before, what the story is, how many people were using stones to sit on, or perhaps had used stones to try to queue while they go and sleep overnight. It happens in communities, happens all the time. And how enthusiastic people are to get to the polling station as early as they can, get the first or be part of the first batch of people who will vote, etc. I'm not voting in the special voting, so it means that I have to get to Kanda and go and vote. That's where my polling station.
But you work early morning that day, so you vote later in the day.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I get to vote in the morning.
Usually when you go on your media, even that day they allow you.
Yeah?
Yeah, you won't queue.
Good for you.
Yeah,
You're popular.
You won't queue.
All right, let's read some messages. This one from Shamsuddin in Nigeria. I've got to cut your message short. Shamsuddin says, good morning, Mama V and Roland. I hope you guys are doing well.
Well.
We're appealing to Ghanaians to think of their future and vote wisely as we approach to the general elections. They shouldn't sell their conscience for money, and that's where I'm going to end. You know why I will end there. But thanks for the message, by the way. This one says, good morning, Mr. Roland and Mama V. You're doing well. For Mother Ghana, well, we thank you. Adam in Tamale. Oh, okay. So God bless you too, Adam. Bawa Adam in Tamale sending us that message. This one says, Hamid cannot be trusted. Where is the money? Why did it take the NPP a whole month to come out with this allegation? Cheap politics for desperate politicians. Kindly include your name when you send us a message. This one says, oh, okay. This one says, good morning, Mr. Roland. I think Nanado has no message for Ghanaians. That's why he and the NPP and manufacturing all kinds of lies, you say. Rafiki Yendi sending us that message. This one says, my dear brother and sister, I want yourselves to vote for JM for the incredible work done across Ghana. I promise you, me and my family, we say JM, move on. No. Yo, we hear you. FA appear in Tardy sending us that message, appealing to us. Okay, this one says, please ask the NPP when they ever won election in the northern region. So why would the president bribe their chairman? What they're doing will not wash. Sunday in Bole. And that's where we've got to end the messages because we've got sports coming up. Yeah,
we have got sports coming up, but this one is for you. It's titled Pana. It's by Techno, and it's your birthday today. Patricia Gasu, and our producer said that we're going to play this for you. Pana by Techno on request.